Hi, everybody. I am not here today because I am in some meetings in another room today with Ms. Fox and Mr. Roush. So there's a sub here that will be with you as you work through today's agenda. All the directions are going to be here in this slide deck and in this video, so you can work at your own pace today, and then we'll start reading Refugee next week. So you can see our agenda. There's a warm-up routine, and Mrs. Mullins and Ms. Fox will lead you through that with our Book It game. Make sure that you submit your warm-up journal for this week so that you get all of your credit. We're going to do patterns of power. We'll do some independent reading, and then we're going to start an activity that's called a refugee sketch note. Before we move on to the next step of our agenda, I want to remind you that if you have not turned in your Amelia Earhart case outline, that is due today. So I want to make sure you complete that and hit submit. Also, quarter 3 ends today, so if there's any other work from quarter 3 that you are missing or were absent for, you're going to want to make sure that you turn that in. So next on our agenda, once you have finished with the warm-up, is Patterns of Power 5.4. So to get ready for this, you're going to go into Google Classroom under today's materials, and you're going to open up the Patterns of Power 5.4 slide deck, and we're going to look today at slide number 6, which is Invitation to Compare and Contrast. Here's our mentor sentence that we have been looking at with this series of Patterns of Power. I had always avoided that bridge, for it was stained with remembrance of the mothers, uncles, and cousins gone Natchez way. Here is a second sentence that follows a similar pattern. I had always avoided that hall, for it was overrun with 8th graders and a mixture of smells gone sour. So you are going to respond to these two questions. You're going to examine these two sentences, and first, how are these sentences similar? Type your ideas in this space. 2, how are these sentences different? And type your ideas in this space. You can do this on your own. You can talk to the person next to you. You want to make sure you've got as many ideas as you can come up with in both of these spaces. Once that is finished, you're going to copy these ideas and paste them into this same chart here on slide number 4 that you will turn in to give yourself credit for all of the activities today. So you will first make sure you have open Patterns of Power. Next, go to slide 6, read the mentor sentences, and respond to those two questions. Once you have completed that and you've made sure your answers are in here for slide 4, you are done with Patterns of Power, and you can transition to independent reading. During your 10 minutes of independent reading, you can also work on your April digital bookshelf that is posted in Google Classroom. The due date for that is May 2nd. At the end of your independent reading time, you're going to complete slide 6, which again is just a slide to make sure that you get credit for completing all the steps in our agenda today. Take a picture of the book that you have read today, or screenshot of your digital book if that's what you did. How many pages did you read during today's 10 minutes? And a quick 3-sentence summary about what happened, what you read in your book today. And that will get you credit for the independent reading step of today's agenda. The last step on our agenda is our refugee sketch note. And today we're going to start this, and you'll have time to finish next time. So in Google Classroom, actually we're going to put this here. This is choice board. So in Google Classroom, there's a post in here that says Refugee Sketch Note Choice Board. And you're going to open this slide deck that looks like this. And this is a choice board with all these different refugee resources. The purpose here is to continue to learn more about refugees and what that word means, and learn more about their experiences. So you're going to explore all of these resources. This is a Syrian refugee simulation. It walks you through having to take on the role of a refugee and make decisions and see how far you would get, what would happen. This is an interactive map that shows you where people in Europe have left and where they're heading towards, and some videos and different websites to explore. Once you have, as you're exploring all of the resources, the substitute is going to give you a refugee sketchnote page, blank sketchnote page that looks like this. And your job as you are exploring those resources is to fill that page with as many details and words and phrases and images as you can. The purpose is to teach others about refugees and what you have learned. You should use color, you should use images and facts and quotes maybe, pictures, and fill the whole space like we did with our Black History Month one-pager. And that's your goal today, is to spend your time exploring these websites and adding as many facts and details and images to your sketchnote as you can. You can do this on your own. You can work with the people around you. And next time, if you do not finish today, you will have some time next class to finish, and we're also going to add it to our website and have to go through a peer grade. So open the choice board, explore all of the resources, and work on adding to your sketchnote. If you feel like you finished your sketchnote, you can move on to this last step, which is starting to add it to your website. I am not expecting anybody to, but it's here in case you need it. You'll add a refugee subpage to the language arts section of your website and take a picture of your sketchnote, upload it, and write a one-sentence caption. So this is only if you are someone who happens to finish early, but again, you'll have time for this next time. So that is your goal today. At the end of class, you can leave your sketchnote pages in your homeroom bin over by the window, put your name on it, I'll hold on to them, and I'll give them back to you next class, and we'll be able to finish. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy. I hope you learn a little bit today, and I'll see you soon.